Hold on. Okay, do we? All right, so Sally, the team is preparing for the Sun Belt tournament. You're currently in Atlanta. What does the next few days look like for you as you head to Alabama?
We depart tomorrow. We have a practice day on Tuesday. Then Wednesday is actually a bye day for us. We play in a three-team pool. So we actually play Thursday, Friday. And so we'll get a chance to see Little Rock and Louisiana play each other, who are our two opponents, which is really nice. We'll play both of them at noon on Thursday and Friday. The winner of each pool will advance to the semifinals on Saturday, and then the finals are on Sunday. So it's an action-packed week for sure.
You ran down the whole tournament for me. Good, great job. But you mentioned Little Rock and Lafayette, the teams that you're playing. You haven't seen them all year on the court. I know you get to see them on before you face them, but how have you prepared for teams you have not even faced? Because you typically would have faced them at least once during the regular season.
Yes, it is very different this year with just playing our division. And it's really hard for even all conference players, preparing scout wise, all of those things. We're really lucky that a couple years ago, we went to an open scout format where all of our matches are online. So no matter what conference, I can watch matches, which is really nice. It helps volleyball IQ. Our players have all that access also, which is very nice. I would have loved that as a player. So we have had the opportunity to scout many of their matches, but it's very different live. But we're the lucky ones that we get to see both teams before we meet them on the court.
Now you come into the match on a pretty good winning streak after sweeping South Alabama. I talked with Leah Wilcox earlier in the day, and she talked about how the team has come together over the past few weeks and have felt more unity. Do you feel that as a coach that the team has shown that and has led to the four-match winning streak you're coming into this contest with?
Absolutely. I think that they've done a fantastic job, especially with COVID and everything that we're limited. They have done a great job of taking advantage of our opportunities when we have them for just team camaraderie, which is very little. We don't do any pregame meals. We don't do any postgame meals together. Everything is very separated, which used to be a huge part of our unity and connection. So we do things during stretching, breakouts after practice. And I think that our team has really used that time productively to get to know each other. We also have weekly accountability partners where they challenge, encourage, inspire, positively throughout the week. And so that is something new that we started throughout the COVID just to connect players. But hands down, the buy-in, the purpose, the team really coming together as a unit and understanding how much better we play when we play together. And one of our themes has been do your job. And everyone has roles and expectations, and it's doing your job and upholding yourself to be accountable along with your partner.
Yeah, and this might be the conclusion of the season. Do you know if the spring is going to tournament win or not? What's going to happen in the spring? Are you going to be done? Are you going to play some matches? Do you know anything like that yet?
So we for sure know our automatic qualifier will come from the conference tournament, but I do feel like several teams in our conference are going to be ranked in the top 40 or so, and that allows them to get an at-large bid. And so looking at just from our conference strength is very strong this fall. And then add in, yes, we are absolutely allowed to play matches in the spring. We just won't have a conference schedule. So we could still place teams within our conference. It just won't be mandated from the conference office.
Okay. And what's the confidence level of the team? Leah was very optimistic and said the team can make a run and win the thing. What about you, you and the coaching staff? Do you think the team is ready for this tournament and has to take advantage of this opportunity?
Absolutely. I think we have the personnel in place, and it comes down to volleyball. We saw against South Alabama, we swept them 3-0 in two of the matches, and it was because we found our kills, we limited our unforced errors, and we had a really good first contact. And so in basketball, that's like your point guard entering the ball for the initial pass in. And so those things allowed us to play at our highest level and utilize our strengths. And we saw in our last match versus South Alabama, when it went 5 in a really close match, that in 2 of those sets, we didn't get our kills. So we weren't finding our points, and we made a lot of unforced errors. And so I think that that was a big growth for our team to actually see what we've been talking about all season come in through the stats and actual their play when they relied on just themselves compared to when we were playing within our system and limiting our errors. And so that has been something we've talked about for years. And this year, we've really had the volleyball, not only IQ, but also the volleyball skill to execute at that level. So I absolutely think we're going to have a great tournament.